All right, it's a late night here. Just didn't feel like working during the day. Starting to get the hot summers days and cool nights, so it's great to come out here at nighttime and work without the heat to deal with. And tonight I'm working on the Berry Grand 850 Demon carburetor that I bought a while back, and it's having an issue. I'll show you here. I got quite a mess over here in this bench right now, but let me switch it. I had a messed up helicoil. They do come, by the looks of it, helicoil inserts in there to save yourself from not damaging the threads as far as the aluminum goes. But also, let's see if I can get a good focus on this bolt. It was messed up. It wouldn't go in correctly. I actually had another one here. The threads were getting kind of boogered up. So I actually got with Summit. Nice thing I don't live too far away from them. They had the bolts in stock for the float bowl. And you see here, had to replace the float bowl here because, let me grab that other float bowl. Where the brass fitting is for the fuel line. On this other one and the one, the threads were messed up inside of there. You see it there. So I went online and Allstate carburetor out of New York. Purchased the float bowl from them. You can see that one's polished. When I bought the carburetor, the front one was replaced. It was polished. I meant to clean up a little bit better. This one not polished. Didn't know this was going to be polished, but just an added bonus it was. About the best price I could find in a float bowl was there at Allstate in New York. Also Riley's, I got the helicoil kit from them. This carburetor I actually purchased for the square body 454. Was going to run at 850. The barrel's pretty big. Put it on there, but I really like the idea of the quadrajet. Based like cruising speed, you get the smaller barrels for kind of help the fuel economy out when I'm not pulling the trailer or towing or whatever. So I went ahead with rebuilding that quadrajet last summer, almost a year ago now. But had this Berry Grand 850 just sitting around, and I thought, well, since I'm doing all this extra work to this 350 Pontiac engine, and Pontiacs, just be just plain and simple with you, they lack carburation. I believe this 850 will do just fine on this 350. I'm watching what is it? It's a horsepower TV. Them guys out of Tennessee. They took a 305 small block Chevrolet stock and added a 950. I don't know what the jetting was on their carburetor. Seemed to produce the highest horsepower and the most torque out of a 305. So if a 950 would work on a 305, how much more is this 850 going to work on a slightly modified 350 Pontiac? The advantage to the Pontiac engine, it actually has a taller deck than a Chevrolet does on a small block. So that's how we get the torque the Pontiac does. So I'm going to take advantage of the longer stroke. And while I was in there fixing them threads, I noticed that the rear jets were set at 88 on the jet setting. I bumped her down to 84, take a little fuel away. Everybody's in the past, I've had them say, well, Holly's just too much fuel. Well, you know what? That's what they make jet kits for, and to fine tune them. Going through this one, it has the idle adjustment screws, front and rear on it. That's actually a race carburetor. That's actually just set to idle at the rear barrels, and also up front here at the front barrel. So there's a lot of tunability in this carburetor, which I'm glad it's that way. We can fine tune this carburetor in. Also on this other one, let me flip it back around. I had to take the accelerator pump housing off. The diaphragm was good. I do have a replacement one if it was needed. The nice thing is it also has a sight glass. I know this one's kind of dirty. And let's see what else. I had to change the the needle and seat and the float. So got them off, and just taking time for the weather to cool off a little bit. Got a full moon tonight. It's almost like you can see a shadow outside walking out to the shop. So now that I got that put back together, I'm going to take some time and do some cleaning and organizing. And see what I can do to get this thing more, the shop better suited for working. It's still quite a mess, and got a lot to do. And got some guys coming tomorrow to buy some stuff. Got a modular or nodule 9-inch Ford nodular rear center section for sale with a spool, and a fiberglass hood with a WS6 setup for a Firebird from 9802. Both of them supposed to be going tomorrow, which is really good. I'll try to get that. There we go. Let's block this light as best we can here. So, like I said, just a quick update what's going on tonight. Trying to keep it simple. And you guys take care. Thanks again for watching. Yeah, I didn't, not to a point yet I can do where you can actually see me doing some more work like I've done in the past. I still want to do a better job, and still having a hard time getting somebody to work with me on doing editing and teaching me how to do it. You can watch YouTube channels, learn how to edit YouTube videos, but I don't work that way. I need someone just kind of take me by the hand and do step by step. And once again, like I said, God has blessed my hands to do work like that. I didn't show the heel coil kit. Run the tap in there to clean out the threads that were buggered up in the actual main body of the carburetor. Put the insert in there, got everything taken care of. So right now we're just going to wait till the engine gets ready to get put back together. And one thing I'm probably going to do, I see it here on this cylinder head exhaust flange bolt here. There's not one here. There's not one on the other end of the head as well. Kind of would like to have that header bolt to it, and that way it kind of reduce the chance of it leaking. So I'm going to see what I can do. I'll probably start on the other cylinder heads here soon just to work on it. Been working on another project, 81 Ford F100. I don't know if I mentioned that. Redid a Holley 2-barrel for it, and was having an issue with the spring for the passing gear lever. Has its own return spring, but it was hitting the accelerator pump. Let's switch it around to kind of show you. Let's turn this carburetor on. On the 2-barrel, the spring, there's actually a lever back here because it actually was made for a Ford. The Holley was a Ford replacement. There's a metal rod that comes up from the transmission for passing gear, a separate lever, and then the spring that pulls forward. Well, the spring that I had always kept hitting this, was in the way, creating conflict. I think I found the spring I need to overcome that. And just a super long accelerator pedal spring where I bend my own end and hopefully have all the clearance I need to make it all work, and go from there. Hopefully I'll find out this weekend and get that thing taken care of so I get some money in my pocket. But once again, I appreciate you guys taking a few minutes to watch. God bless you guys, and be safe out there. And man, I'm telling you right now, if you're not saved and don't know Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, might not be a bad time to really seriously consider it with everything going on in this world. If you have any questions, I'm available to talk to you, and just send me a message. God bless you guys, and take care. Bye for now.